All right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, it just came up this morning. I was watching, and of course, it's what they say, not what they write. But I'm sure a lot of the news reports are written for the talking heads to say. So, but they said there were less people there at the Capitol this morning, March 4th, than were expected, or something to that effect.
Less people.
Less people, and
Okay.
you use less with mass nouns. Okay, there's less sugar in the bowl. There's
Less
less
water
oxygen.
in the ocean.
Yeah,
Actually, more
exactly,
water in the ocean
exactly.
is a bigger issue these days with climate change.
Yeah,
But
okay. But with countable nouns, you need there were fewer people. There were more people, or something like that. So I
more
thought,
pens, more red pens.
yes,
Uh,
exactly.
right. Fewer red
And
pens.
that just came up.
Fewer is the bigger because more is the same. There's more water. There are more pens. That's still more, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't say
It's
there's
less.
fewer water
No, no.
and there's less red pens.
Yes.
So got it. So fewer when you're talking about a
I say
lesser a number of something would be for countable items, as you say.
countable nouns, yeah. And mass
Countable nouns.
nouns, you would use fewer or
Mass
less.
nouns, fewer.
You know,
Bingo.
I don't know if you'd
Excellent.
use fewer. No, you wouldn't use fewer for countable nouns, would you?
Yeah.
There are
There are
few. Yeah,
fewer
yeah,
pens.
fewer. There are fewer people here, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would,
absolutely.
of course.
Got it. So we got fewer and less.
Yeah. And
Perfect.
the other
Excellent.
one, I'm just talking about things that bug me.
Good. I
Um,
like that.
the other one that bugs me a lot is God. It came to me in an epiphany, and lost my epiphany. Um, how many times have you lost an epiphany in your life? Okay.
I've never captured one.
Yeah, there you are.
They just
Someone should
go,
someone should
brilliant
write.
idea,
Yeah, there it goes.
gone.
I was going to tell you something. Oh,
That's funny.
farther and further.
Ah,
That's
good.
also
Yes, because I
my.
want to talk about this. I
It,
learned this seriously when I was like 47. I had been writing professionally for decades. And I'm like, because I was using further for everything, which is not accurate. Can you
no,
explain?
yeah, farther with a FAR. Farther is used only for physical distances. It's 10 miles farther down the road. And for any other reason, you'd use further. Nothing could be further from my mind. It's,
Yeah.
so
Conceptual ideas, whatever, further, distance, farther.
yeah,
But can you say nothing could be farther from the truth?
no, nothing.
Doesn't
You
work.
can't count it. You can't measure it. No.
Okay. Nothing can be further from the truth.
At least
Yeah.
as I interpret the rules.
I mean, I think I agree with you, and because it sounds dumb, nothing can be farther from the truth, unless you're from Australia. Then that maybe that accent would work. But it's further with a U when it's conceptual. It's farther with an A when it's distance. Now,
Yeah.
well, let's say I say um, I live 5 miles from downtown Denver, and you live 1,200 miles from downtown Denver. You live further from Denver than I do.
Farther.
So further's wrong, technically wrong. Period.
In my opinion, it could be wrong. You have to
Keep them
check.
straight.
You know what
Your
you do
opinion.
when you can't
Your
remember all these rules, but they're just interesting. They're for a reason because
yeah.
it has to do with communication. So what you do is you buy the college edition. I should get money for this, by the way.
You should.
You buy the college edition of the American Heritage College Dictionary. It's called that, the American Heritage College Dictionary, and they have 343 usage notes. You can't remember all these things, but they're just wonderful. You say a number is or a number are, they'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
There are. Do you say compared with or compared to? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's an easy way to remember that, but
We'll do that in a different episode because we should cover that like pronto, compared with and compared to.
okay,
Okay,
fine. I can tell you right now if you want to.
do it.
Well, I use an example from Shakespeare. I compare her to a summer's day. Well, you're not comparing similar things. There's a human being and there's a summer day, right? So you have to use I compare her to a summer day. But if you say I compare her with my sister, you're comparing like things, human beings. So it's with.
So
I
two,
probably should,
compare to emphasizes contrast, compare
Yeah.
with emphasizes similarity.
Similarity, yeah, right. And I think I probably had it right, but if I got it wrong, check it out in the American Heritage College Dictionary.
Got it. Excellent. So in
And
summary, where do we?
and
Go
whether
ahead.
you say a number are or a number is depends on this rule in the American Heritage, which I don't recall offhand, but whenever I am writing, not speaking, not doing shit drafts, but when I'm doing a final draft or something, and I come to that, I happen to know there's a rule, so I go look at it. Does it make any difference? Yes, it does, because I talk constantly, as you well know, about synergism. The sum is greater than the whole.
Yeah.
SUM is greater than the whole, WHOLE. And so therefore, there's nothing wrong with a misuse of a word, or there's nothing wrong with a, singular a. There's nothing wrong with a verb tense wrong. There's nothing with a misspelled word. There's nothing wrong with a wrong word. But the point is the combined effect of all the quotes small. When I put quotes around something, I mean I'm using it in an unusual way. It means they're not small. The small errors makes you look illiterate because of synergism. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.